So let's begin studying our topic, how to manage team and group conflict. Let us see our next segment where we will study about the objectives of the course. By the end of this course, participants will be able to identify the sources and types of conflict within teams, apply effective communication and conflict resolution strategies, and facilitate collaborative problem solving to manage and resolve team and group conflicts, thereby fostering a more productive and harmonious work environment. Now let's explore our course content. In the first module, we will be learning about an overview on how to manage team and group conflict. In the second module, we will learn steps to manage team and group conflict. Then we have the submodules, namely 2.1, understand the root causes and identify the source of conflict. 2.2, promote open communication. 2.3, implement conflict resolution strategies. 2.4, develop conflict management skills. 2.5, prevent future conflicts. 2.6, regular feedback and reviews. 2.7, formal conflict resolution policies. And lastly, 2.8, monitor and evaluate. In the third module, we will learn about the practical steps for managing team and group conflict. And finally, in the fourth module, we have the assignment. Who this course is for? Anyone involved in team dynamics or leadership roles can pursue the course, including managers, supervisors, team leaders, HR professionals, and even employees seeking to improve collaboration skills. It is especially beneficial for those who work in team-based environments and want to enhance communication, resolve disagreements constructively, and foster a more cooperative workplace. So that was a brief introduction to what this course is all about. And now it's time to get into our main learning segment. Okay, so in this slide, we have our first module, that is an overview, how to manage team and group conflict. Let's see what this slide says. Managing team and group conflict involves addressing issues promptly and constructively by encouraging open communication and active listening among members. It's important to identify the root cause of the conflict, remain neutral, and promote understanding between differing perspectives. Setting clear expectations, facilitating respectful discussions, and working toward a mutually beneficial solution help maintain harmony and strengthen team collaboration. Leaders should also encourage empathy and ensure every voice is heard to foster a positive and cooperative environment. Managing team and group conflict effectively involves identifying the root causes, facilitating open communication, and implementing strategies that promote resolution and prevent future conflicts. So now we can understand that managing team and group conflict effectively is essential for maintaining a productive and harmonious work environment. Conflicts often arise from differences in opinions, communication styles, values, or personal goals. The first step in managing conflict is early identification. Leaders and team members should recognize tension before it escalates. Open and honest communication is critical. All parties should be encouraged to express their views in a respectful and non-judgmental setting. Active listening and empathy help build understanding and reduce misunderstandings. It's important to focus on the issue, not on the person, but to work collaboratively towards mutually beneficial solutions. Establishing clear expectations, roles, and guidelines within the team also helps prevent future conflict. In cases where conflicts persist, involving a neutral mediator or HR professional may be necessary. Ultimately, effective conflict management turns challenges into opportunities for growth, improved collaboration, and stronger team cohesion. So, this is all we have in this slide. Let's move to the next topic, which is Module 2, Steps to Manage Team and Group Conflict. So, in this slide, we have the next topic, that is Module 2, Steps to Manage Team and Group Conflict. So, in this slide, we have the topic, that is Module 2, Steps to Manage Team and Group Conflict. We will first go through the slide followed by the explanation. Here are the steps and strategies to manage team and group conflict. So our very first step in this regard, that is 2.1, understand the root causes and identify the source of conflict. Understanding the root causes and identifying the source of conflict is essential in effectively resolving workplace disputes. It involves looking beyond surface level issues to uncover the underlying factors such as miscommunication, unmet expectations, personality clashes, or resource constraints that are truly driving the conflict. By pinpointing these core issues, managers and team members can address problems constructively, prevent future misunderstandings, and promote a healthier, more cooperative work environment. The following points could be considered in this concern. Miscommunication. Clarify misunderstandings that may have caused or escalated the conflict. Differences in values or goals. Recognize differences in personal values, goals, or working styles. Resource allocation. Address issues related to competition for limited resources. Personality clashes. Understand personality differences that may lead to tension. Unclear roles and responsibilities. When job roles are not well defined, it can result in overlapping duties or unmet expectations. Competition and ambition. Excessive competition for promotions, recognition, or resources can breed jealousy or resentment. Stress and workload pressure. High workloads, tight deadlines, or lack of support can make employees more irritable and reactive. Lack of recognition or respect. When individuals feel undervalued or disrespected, it can damage morale and relationships. Leadership issues. Inconsistent management, lack of direction, or micromanagement can create frustration and disagreement. So now we can say that understanding the root causes and identifying the source of conflict is a crucial step in effective conflict resolution within any team or organization. Conflicts often arise not just from surface level disagreements but from deeper underlying issues such as miscommunication, unmet expectations, clashing values, competition for resources, or differing work styles. To address a conflict constructively, it is important to go beyond what is immediately visible or said and explore what is truly driving the tension. This involves actively listening to all parties involved, asking open ended questions, and analyzing patterns or recurring issues. by identifying whether the conflict stems from personal differences, procedural issues, unclear roles, or systemic organizational problems. Managers and team members can tailor their resolution strategies appropriately. Pinpointing the source allows for more targeted solutions, prevents recurrence, and fosters a healthier, more collaborative work environment where trust and mutual understanding are prioritized. Here is an explanation of the listed workplace conflicts causes mentioned in the slide. Number 1, miscommunication. Conflicts often arise when messages are misunderstood or information is not clearly conveyed. Poor communication can cause confusion, wrong assumptions, and emotional reactions. Clarifying intentions and ensuring mutual understanding is key to resolving such issues and preventing escalation. Number 2, differences in values or goals. Every employee brings their own background, beliefs, and ambitions. When these personal values or career goals clash, such as differing views on work life balance, success metrics, or ethics, it can cause friction, especially if not acknowledged and respected. Number 3, resource allocation. Limited resources like time, budget, equipment, or team support can lead to competition. When individuals or departments feel they are unfairly deprived, resentment and conflict may grow, requiring transparent and equitable resource distribution. Number 4, personality clashes. Diverse personalities in the workplace can lead to conflict if individuals have incompatible communication styles, temperaments, or behaviors. Understanding and accepting personality differences can ease tension and improve collaboration. Number 5, unclear roles and responsibilities. When employees do not have clearly defined duties or when tasks overlap, confusion and frustration can occur. This can lead to blame shifting or unmet expectations which affects productivity and morale. Competition and ambition. While healthy competition can be motivating, excessive rivalry for promotions, recognition, or authority may foster jealousy and distrust. It's important to create a culture that values teamwork over individual competition. Point number 7 is stress and workload pressure. High levels of stress from tight deadlines, excessive workloads, or lack of support can make employees more sensitive, reactive, and prone to conflict. Stress management and realistic workloads are essential to maintain a harmonious work environment. Number 8, lack of recognition or respect. When employees feel ignored, undervalued, or disrespected, whether for their ideas, efforts, or identity, it affects their motivation and relationships with colleagues. Recognition and respect are critical for building trust and morale. Number 9, leadership issues. Poor leadership, whether through micromanagement, unclear direction, inconsistency, or lack of support, can lead to confusion, disengagement, and conflict among team members. Effective leadership requires fairness, clarity, and empathy to guide the team successfully. Addressing these underlying causes with open communication, empathy, and clear policies can significantly reduce conflict and foster a positive work environment. So that's the end of this particular topic. And now let's see our next topic, that is, promote open communication. So, in this slide, we have the subtopic promote open communication. Let's see the slide details first. Promoting open communication in the workplace involves creating an environment where employees feel safe, valued, and encouraged to express their ideas, concerns, and feedback without fear of judgment or retaliation. It includes active listening by management, transparent sharing of information, and fostering respectful two-way communication across all levels of the organization. Open communication helps build trust, enhances collaboration, prevents misunderstandings, and promotes a culture of inclusiveness and innovation, ultimately improving team morale and productivity. Observe the following points. Create a safe environment. Encourage openness. Foster an environment where team members feel safe to express their concerns and viewpoints. Point number 2, active listening. Train team members to listen actively and empathetically to each other. Point number 3, emphasize respectful behavior and listening. Promote respectful behavior and active listening to foster a collaborative and inclusive workplace. Facilitate structured dialogue. Point 1, mediation sessions. Use structured mediation sessions to facilitate dialogue between conflicting parties. Point 2, guided discussions. Use a neutral facilitator to guide discussions and ensure that everyone has a chance to speak. Final point is set clear objectives. Encourage resolution, not blame. Hence, we can conclude that promoting open communication in the workplace is essential for building trust, enhancing collaboration, and fostering a healthy organizational culture. It involves encouraging employees at all levels to freely express their thoughts, concerns, ideas, and feedback without fear of judgment or retaliation. Open communication breaks down hierarchical barriers, making employees feel heard and valued. This approach leads to better decision making as diverse perspectives are considered and misunderstandings are reduced. Managers play a key role by being approachable, actively listening, and providing clear and transparent information. Regular team meetings, open door policies, and anonymous feedback channels can all support a culture of open communication. Ultimately, when communication flows openly, it leads to stronger team relationships, higher morale, and improved overall performance. Let's understand each point mentioned in the slide now. Point number 1, encourage openness. Create a safe space where team members feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and concerns without fear of judgment or retaliation. Point number 2, active listening. Teach members to listen carefully and empathetically, ensuring they fully understand others' perspectives before responding. Emphasize respectful behavior and listening. Promote a culture of respect and attentive listening to build trust and cooperation among team members. Point number 4, facilitate structured dialogue. Organize organizations in a clear, orderly manner to help focus discussion and avoid misunderstandings. Next point is mediation sessions. Use formal mediation to help conflict parties communicate effectively and work towards a mutually acceptable solution. Next point is guided discussions. Employ a neutral facilitator to steer conversations, making sure all voices are heard and discussions stay productive. Last point is set clear objectives. Focus discussions on finding solutions and resolving issues rather than assigning blame to encourage positive outcomes. So that's all for this slide, and let's get into our next slide, which is implement conflict resolution strategies. So this slide is in continuity of module number 2, that is 2.3, implement conflict resolution strategies. Implementing conflict resolution strategies in the work plays a vital role in maintaining a healthy and productive environment. These strategies help address disagreements and misunderstandings constructively, preventing escalation and promoting mutual respect among employees. It also fosters open communication, strengthens relationships, and supports a more inclusive and harmonious work culture. Let's see the following points in this concern. Collaboration and problem solving. Identify common goals. Focus on common objectives and shared goals to unite team members. Collaborative solutions. Encourage team members to work together to find mutually beneficial solutions. Compromise and negotiation. Balanced solutions. Aim for compromises where each party makes concessions to reach an agreement. Win-win outcomes. Strive for solutions that satisfy the needs of all parties involved. Assertiveness and respect. Clear communication. Teach team members to express their needs and concerns assertively but respectfully. Boundaries. Encourage respect for personal and professional boundaries. So from this segment, we get to understand that implementing conflict resolution strategies involve using structured approaches to address and manage disagreements or disputes effectively within a group, team, or organization. The goal is to resolve conflicts constructively so that relationships are preserved, communication improves, and productivity is maintained. This process begins with identifying the root cause of the conflict, encouraging open and respectful dialogue among the involved parties, and actively listening to understand different perspectives. Conflict resolution strategies may include negotiation, mediation, collaboration, or compromise depending on the situation. By applying these strategies, organizations can reduce tension, prevent escalation, foster a cooperative work environment, and create solutions that satisfy all parties involved, ultimately supporting a positive and productive workplace culture. Now let's understand the points given in the slide in detail. Our first point says identify common goals. It means emphasizing shared objectives helps unify the team, creating a clear focus that motivates everyone to work together effectively. The next point is collaborative solutions. It means promoting teamwork, allows members to combine ideas and skills to develop solutions that benefit all parties involved. Third point is about balanced solutions. It means finding compromises where everyone makes concessions, helps reach fair agreements that maintain harmony. The fourth point is win-win outcomes. It means striving for results that meet the needs of all parties, ensures lasting satisfaction and cooperation. Fifth point is about clear communication. It means encouraging assertive yet respectful expression helps team members share their views honestly without causing conflict. And the last point is boundaries. This means respecting personal, and professional limits fosters a positive, safe environment where everyone feels valued. So like so, our this slide also ends here and it's time to check our next subtopic, that is develop conflict management skills. Is in continuity of the module number 2 and this slide is about develop conflict management skills. Let's check the slide first. Developing conflict management skills in the workplace is essential for maintaining a productive and harmonious environment. These skills help employees and managers address disagreements constructively, reduce tension, and prevent issues from escalating. Effective conflict management promotes better communication, stronger teamwork, and mutual respect. It leads to quicker resolution of problems, enhances morale, and supports a positive organizational culture where diverse opinions are valued and collaboration thrives. The following steps can be observed in this concern. Training and development. Conflict resolution training provide training on conflict resolution techniques and effective communication. Team building activities. Organize activities that build trust and improve team dynamics. Leadership development. Leadership training. Equip leaders with skills to recognize and manage conflict early. Role modeling. Leaders should model appropriate conflict management behaviors. So, from all this information, we get to understand that developing conflict management skills involves learning how to effectively recognize, address, and resolve disagreements or disputes in a constructive manner. Conflict is a natural part of any workplace or group setting arising from differences in opinions, values, needs, or goals. Developing these skills means gaining the ability to stay calm, listen actively, and communicate clearly during conflicts. It also includes understanding different conflict styles, identifying the root causes of issues, and finding solutions that satisfy all parties involved. Effective conflict management promotes a positive work environment by reducing tension, preventing escalation, improving collaboration, and fostering mutual respect among team members. Overall, it helps maintain productivity and strengthens relationships within organizations. Now, let's understand the points mentioned in the slide. First, conflict resolution training. This involves teaching employees techniques to handle disagreements calmly and communicate effectively, helping to resolve conflicts before they escalate. Second, team building activities. These are planned exercises or events designed to strengthen trust, improve collaboration, and enhance the overall dynamics within a team. Third, leadership training. This prepares leaders with the skills needed to identify conflicts early and manage them constructively, ensuring a positive work environment. Fourth, role modeling. Leaders demonstrate proper conflict management behavior through their own actions, setting an example for others to follow. So yes, with this explanation, our topic ends here. And now let's move on to our next subtopic, that is prevent future conflicts. So this slide is in continuity of the module number 2 and this slide is about prevent future conflicts. At first, we will go through the slide and then get into explanation. The role of preventing future conflicts in the workplace is to create a proactive environment where misunderstandings, tensions, and disputes are minimized before they arise. This involves setting clear expectations, promoting open and respectful communication, encouraging teamwork, and establishing fair policies and procedures. By addressing issues early, fostering trust, and offering regular training on conflict resolution and emotional intelligence, organizations can build a positive culture that supports collaboration and reduces the likelihood of repeated conflicts. We can do it in the following ways. Clear roles and expectations. Define roles. Clearly define roles, responsibilities, and expectations for each team member. Set goals. Establish clear, achievable goals and ensure alignment with the team's objectives. So, what do we understand here? We understand that preventing future conflicts in the workplace is essential for maintaining a productive, positive, and collaborative environment. When potential conflicts are identified and addressed early, it reduces tension, builds stronger working relationships, and fosters mutual respect among employees. Proactive conflict prevention through clear communication, well-defined roles, and consistent policies minimizes misunderstandings and avoids disruptions to workflow. It also boosts employee morale and job satisfaction as individuals feel heard, valued, and safe. Ultimately, preventing conflicts helps create a stable and efficient workplace culture where teamwork thrives and organizational goals are achieved more smoothly. Thus, defining clear roles and expectations in the workplace is essential for ensuring smooth operations, enhancing accountability, and improving overall team performance. When employees clearly understand their responsibilities, job scope, and performance standards, they can focus their efforts more effectively and work with confidence. This clarity reduces confusion, overlaps, and misunderstandings, which are common sources of workplace conflict and inefficiency. It also fosters a sense of ownership and commitment as each team member knows what is expected and how their role contributes to the organization's goals. Moreover, clear expectations provide a benchmark for evaluating performance and guiding professional development, leading to a more structured, transparent, and productive work environment. Hence, that was the end of this topic. And now we have our next topic, which is submodule number 2.6, regular feedback and reviews. This slide is in continuity of the module number 2, and this slide is about the subtopic regular feedback and reviews. Let's see what this slide is telling us. Regular feedback and reviews play a crucial role in improving employee performance and fostering professional growth. They help employees understand their strengths, identify areas for improvement, and align their efforts with organizational goals. Consistent feedback encourages open communication, boosts motivation, and builds trust between team members and leadership. Reviews also provide opportunities to recognize achievements, set clear expectations, and make timely adjustments to work strategies. Follow these two steps. Performance reviews. Conduct regular performance reviews to provide constructive feedback and address issues proactively. Feedback culture. Encourage a culture of continuous feedback and improvement. Hence, we can say that regular feedback and reviews play a vital role in managing team and group conflicts by promoting open communication, accountability, and continuous improvement. When feedback is given consistently and constructively, it allows team members to understand how their behavior, performance, or communication style may be affecting others, thereby preventing misunderstandings from escalating into major conflicts. These sessions provide a structured opportunity for individuals to express concerns, clarify expectations, and align on goals in a respectful manner. Moreover, regular reviews help leaders identify brewing tensions early and intervene before issues become disruptive. They also foster a culture of trust and transparency where feedback is seen as a tool for growth rather than criticism. By encouraging honest dialogue and reinforcing positive behaviors, regular feedback and performance reviews create a safe environment where conflicts are addressed constructively, leading to stronger collaboration and a more cohesive team dynamic. Now let's try to understand what do the above strategies mean. Firstly, we have performance reviews. Performance reviews are structured evaluations conducted periodically by managers to assess an employee's job performance, strengths, areas for improvement, and overall contribution to team goals. These reviews provide a formal opportunity for open dialogue between team members and leadership, fostering clarity, accountability, and alignment with organizational expectations. In the context of managing team and group conflicts, performance reviews play a vital role by bringing underlying issues to the surface in a constructive and professional manner. They help identify behavioral patterns, communication breakdowns, or interpersonal tensions that may be causing friction within the team. By addressing such concerns early, managers can mediate misunderstandings, realign roles and responsibilities, and set clear expectations moving forward. Furthermore, when employees feel heard and fairly evaluated, it increases trust in leadership and encourages cooperation, thereby reducing the likelihood of prolonged or unresolved conflicts. Thus, performance reviews not only enhance individual development but also promote a healthier, more collaborative team environment. And secondly, we have feedback culture, which refers to an organizational environment where giving, receiving, and acting on feedback is encouraged, normalized, and practiced regularly at all levels. In such a culture, feedback is viewed as a constructive tool for growth rather than criticism, enabling open communication and continuous improvement. When it comes to managing team and group conflicts, a strong feedback culture plays a crucial role by promoting transparency, trust, and accountability. It allows team members to express concerns, clarify misunderstandings, and address issues before they escalate into major conflicts. By encouraging honest dialogue and active listening, feedback culture helps individuals understand the impact of their actions on others and foster mutual respect. Additionally, it empowers leaders and team members to resolve tensions promptly and collaboratively, creating a psychologically safe space where conflicts are handled professionally and productively. Ultimately, a healthy feedback culture builds stronger relationships, enhances team cohesion, and ensures smoother conflict resolution. So that was all for this subtopic, and now we can step into our next subtopic, which is formal conflict resolution policies. So continuing our module number 2, this slide the subtopic formal conflict resolution policies. Let's see the slide content first. Formal conflict resolution policies play a crucial role in the workplace by providing a clear, structured process for addressing and resolving disputes fairly and consistently. These policies help prevent misunderstandings from escalating, ensure all parties are heard, promote transparency, and support a respectful and professional work environment. By setting expectations for behavior and outlining steps for resolution, such policies reduce bias and protect both employees and the organization. Here is what one can do. Establish policies and procedures. Conflict resolution policy. Develop and communicate a clear conflict resolution policy that outlines steps to address conflicts. Formal channels. Provide formal channels for reporting and resolving conflicts. So, from here, the meaning that we can derive is that formal conflict resolution policies are essential in fostering a fair, respectful, and professional workplace. These policies offer a structured framework that guides employees and management in addressing disputes constructively. By clearly defining what constitutes a conflict and the steps required to resolve it, such policies minimize ambiguity and help prevent small misunderstandings from turning into serious issues. A well-defined conflict resolution policy ensures that all employees are aware of the process, understand their rights and responsibilities, and feel confident that their concerns will be handled impartially. Establishing formal channels such as HR departments, grievance committees, or anonymous reporting systems encourages employees to voice their issues without fear of retaliation. These procedures not only promote transparency and consistency but also protect the organization from potential legal complications by documenting the resolution process. Additionally, formal policies set expectations for respectful behavior, reinforce organizational values, and foster a culture of accountability and trust. In short, they are a proactive tool for maintaining harmony and productivity within the workplace. Okay, so this was it, and it's time to check our next sub-module, which is 2.8, Monitor and Evaluate. So this slide on Monitor and Evaluate is a subtopic of the module number 2. Let's see what's in here. The role of monitoring and evaluating in the workplace is crucial for effectively managing team and group conflicts. Monitoring helps leaders stay aware of team dynamics, communication patterns, and early signs of tension, allowing them to address issues before they escalate. Evaluation involves assessing how conflicts were handled, the effectiveness of resolution strategies, and the overall impact on team performance and morale. Together, these processes ensure continuous improvement, promote accountability, and help create a healthier, more collaborative work environment. In order to achieve this, we can do continuous monitoring. Track progress. Monitor the resolution process and track the progress of implemented solutions. Follow-up. Conduct follow-up meetings to ensure the conflict has been fully resolved and no new issues have arisen. Evaluation and adjustment. Feedback loop. Collect feedback on the conflict resolution process and make necessary adjustments. Review policies. Regularly review and update conflict resolution policies to reflect best practices and organizational changes. So from this we understand that monitoring and evaluating conflict management within teams and groups at the workplace is a crucial step to ensure long-term resolution and promote a healthy working environment. Once a conflict is addressed, it is important not to assume it has been fully resolved. Continuous monitoring allows leaders and managers to observe how team members interact post resolution, ensuring that no lingering resentment or passive resistance affects collaboration and productivity. This involves checking in with individuals or teams regularly, observing behavioral changes, tracking performance and communication patterns, and soliciting feedback through one on one discussions or anonymous surveys. Evaluation, on the other hand, focuses on assessing the effectiveness of the conflict resolution strategies implemented, whether the agreed upon solutions are being followed, if team dynamics have improved, and whether similar issues are recurring. By measuring the outcomes and impact, organizations can identify gaps, learn from past experiences, and refine their conflict resolution processes. This proactive approach fosters a culture of accountability, transparency, and continuous improvement, ultimately leading to stronger teamwork and enhanced workplace harmony. The points mentioned in the slide basically means that continuous monitoring in managing team and group conflict at the workplace involves regularly observing team interactions, communication patterns, and behaviors to identify early signs of tension or disagreement. By staying alert to subtle cues and feedback, managers can address issues proactively before they escalate into major conflicts. This approach helps maintain a positive and collaborative work environment, promotes trust, and ensures quick resolution of problems, thereby improving overall team dynamics and productivity. And the second point in this regard means that reviewing policies in managing team and group conflict at the workplace involves regularly assessing existing conflict resolution guidelines to ensure they are effective, fair, and up to date. Clear policies help employees understand acceptable behavior, reporting procedures, and the steps taken to address disputes. By reviewing and updating these policies, organizations can adapt to changing workplace dynamics, promote transparency, and ensure consistent handling of conflicts. This proactive approach builds trust, minimizes misunderstandings, and supports a more harmonious and productive work environment. So with this slide, our module number 2 ends, and now we can step into our final module, that is module 3, practical steps for managing team and group conflict. Okay, so this slide contains the practical steps for managing team and group conflict. Let's go through the slide content first. Practical steps for managing team and group conflict are clear actions taken to identify, address, and resolve disagreements within a team to restore cooperation and improve productivity. Here are the steps to be followed. Acknowledge the conflict. Recognize and acknowledge the existence of the conflict as soon as it becomes apparent. Gather information. Collect information from all parties involved to understand different perspectives. Facilitate discussion. Bring the conflicting parties together for a mediated discussion. Generate options. Brainstorm possible solutions and evaluate them collaboratively. Agree on a solution. Reach a consensus on the best solution and outline steps for implementation. Implement the solution. Put the agreed upon solution into action with clear responsibilities and timelines. Review and reflect. Assess the effectiveness of the solution and make adjustments if necessary. By systematically applying these strategies, leaders can effectively manage and resolve conflicts within teams and groups, leading to a more harmonious and productive work environment. So this simply means that practical steps for managing team and group conflict involve a clear process to identify and resolve disagreements effectively to restore harmony and enhance productivity. First, it is important to acknowledge the conflict early to prevent escalation. Then, gather information from everyone involved to understand all viewpoints. Facilitate a mediated discussion where parties can express their concerns openly. Together, brainstorm and evaluate possible solutions, aiming to reach a consensus on the best way forward. Once agreed upon, implement the solution with defined roles and deadlines. Finally, review the outcome to ensure the conflict is resolved and make any necessary adjustments to maintain a positive team environment. So our topic on practical steps for managing team and group conflict ends, and now we will see what do we have in the assignments segment. So this is the assignment slide, and here we have the following questions based on what we learned so far. Let's read them out first. Question number 1. Define what managing team and group conflict means in a workplace context. Question number 2. Explain the common causes of conflicts within teams. Include at least 4 causes with examples. Question number 3. Discuss which conflict management style you personally find most effective and why. Question number 4. Reflect on a conflict situation you have experienced or witnessed in a team setting at workplace. Describe the conflict briefly. So for attempting this assignment successfully, here are a few guidelines question-wise. For question number 1, start with a clear and concise definition of team conflict and group conflict. Emphasize the workplace context. Explain that conflicts arise when there are disagreements, misunderstandings, or clashes among team or group members. Mention that conflicts can be about tasks, roles, communication, or interpersonal issues. Use simple language and keep it formal and objective. For question number 2, list at least 4 common causes of conflict in teams. Example, communication breakdown, role ambiguity, personality clashes, resource scarcity. For each cause, provide a brief explanation. Include a real or hypothetical example to illustrate each cause. Keep paragraphs short and focused on one cause at a time. Question number 3 is research and analysis based, where you need to briefly explain the common conflict management styles. Example, avoiding, accommodating, competing, collaborating, compromising. Choose one style you find most effective. Support your choice with reasons based on research, theory, or personal experience. Mention benefits of the style and situations where it works best. Provide references to credible sources or theories if possible. And question number 4 is based on critical thinking. Provide a brief but clear description of a real conflict you observed or experienced. Mention the context like workplace, school project, community group, etc. Describe what caused the conflict and who was involved. Reflect on how the conflict affected the team's dynamics or outcomes. Optionally mention how it was resolved or what could have been done better. Then write in a reflective, thoughtful tone. So that's all. Here our entire topic of how to manage team and group conflict ends.